Hello everyone, welcome back again. As almost 30 days have just remained for NABARD Grade A Phase 1 exam, which is tentatively on 16th October, yesterday I got a call of my student. He said to me that, sir, I have gave up on NABARD exam. I cannot clear it now. Within 30 days, how can I complete the syllabus and how can I revise it? I felt very disheartened and so sorry for that kid. But at the same time, I thought of it, when all the regulatory bodies as well as various platforms are actually, they have started their revision series, they have started on their platform their 30-day, 45-day program. I was just thinking that why can't a simple student who is just doing self-study, why can't he clear NABARD Grade A exam within 30 days? And what if he prepares a self-study schedule in which he is going to study only by himself, not relying on any other things, only on free resources which are on YouTube? Can he clear? And the answer came to me, yes, but only if he is using smart study as well as some smart techniques. So before discussing today's 30-day self-study program for NABARD, this is a self-study schedule which I have specifically prepared, but this is something different which no one has tried. Maybe you may succeed in this, and that could be one of the biggest achievement for you, because I am saying this and you are right, I am saying it, that within 30 days you can clear NABARD. Now some of the people may say that what rubbish he is saying, this is not possible, and maybe you may pin down in comment section also, because you have time for that but you don't have time to watch this specific video. The technique which I am talking about is all about Pomodoro technique. Now all of you know that for an exam, and that too for a regulatory bodies exam like NABARD, definitely you give 3 to 4 hours daily for your preparation. But what if I said you that if you want to clear it within 30 days, definitely you have to give 8 hours or 12 hours per day. Am I right? Now, but if you are trying to study 12 hours per day continuously, is it sustainable? No, it is not. It is unscientific, it is unstrategistic. So that's why I have brought this Pomodoro technique, which we will apply and which will prepare a proper schedule for your NABARD last 30 days for phase 1 exam. So try to understand what I have done. So remember very carefully, this schedule starts on 18th of September. Okay, from 18th of September, this your study, whatever self-study this schedule is there, it is till 15th of October. Okay, so you are getting 28 to 30 days. Okay, now I'll tell you that I have given what days are here, as well as I have given here morning and evening sections for you. So you will be studying in morning, afternoon you are going to get or maybe 2 or maybe 1 hours of break, and in evening again you will be again studying. But here is the main substance or maybe main trick which is going to be the base for your self-study program. Okay, everybody, I have seen many schedules of 30 days, 45 days, everybody is saying that study every day continuously 4 hours, 6 hours, complete this, complete that, these are the sources, cover government scheme, cover ARD static, this will come, that will come. But is it really possible to study continuously, that also for 6 straight hours, right? So everybody is giving you sources, everybody is just giving you pills of paracetamol, pills of viral diseases, just take the tablet and be fine with it. But nobody is telling you to be healthy. कोई ये नहीं बता रहा है कि हम healthy, हम fit कैसे बने. Am I right? So that's why this is your self-study guide for next 30 days. Simple. In morning, you will create batches of either 45 minutes or maybe either 1.5 hour. This would be called as cycles. So, for example, in this timetable, I have kept 2 cycles in morning. Suppose if you are studying only 4 hours per day for NABARD phase 1 exam, then you will keep 2 cycles in morning and 2 cycles in evening. 2 cycles in evening. Okay, so 2 cycles in morning, 2 cycles in evening. Now there will be some students, there are some students who are saying that, sir, we have not started anything and can we clear it in 30 days? Yes, you can. How? Simple. Increase the cycles here. So for example, if you are studying for 1.5 hour, I think then you will get fatigue. So after 1.5 hour, 15 minutes break. Then again 1.5 hour study, then again 15 minutes break. Then again 1.5 hour study, then again 15 minutes break. Then again 1.5 hour study, then 15 minutes break. In this way, you can take at least 3 to 4 cycles in morning, 3 to 4 cycles in evening. And if you sum up total hours, you won't believe it, you will be studying for 8 to 12 hours without any fatigue. This is called as Pomodoro technique. What do you mean by Pomodoro technique? Overall, if you have a work of total 8 to 12 hours, then rather than doing a complete work in one time span, you are distributing your work within small chunks of time and taking breaks in between. What happens with it? Your efficiency increases threefold. Most importantly, your fatigue decreases more than half. And third important aspect, you get enough time to cover the topics. Therefore, the lethargy as well as your laziness decreases. It is one of the time-bound specific strategies. So let us see one of the minimalistic timetable which here I have made. Now again I will repeat for some student, cycle 1, cycle 2 in morning, cycle 1, cycle 2 in evening. You can add as much as cycles you want, right? But do not go beyond 4 cycles. As if you totally calculate, if you have morning 3 cycles and evening 3 cycles, you will have more than 8 to 9 hours of study. That is more than enough to cover per day. Because this we have to make it sustainable also for the 30 days. Otherwise you will study for one day 16 hours and next day you will be sleeping, right? So we don't want that, right? So let's start our timetable. So first, if you see, in morning I had 2 cycles. My first cycle would be concentrated at ARD static, because many of the people say that yes, in NABARD exam ARD and ESI is core. In ARD static questions comes a lot. In ESI current question comes a lot. But in context of ESI, a total evening slot has been given for your ESI current affairs. So you don't worry about it. Here you just concentrate that how within 8 to 10 days you will be completing all of your ARD syllabus, and mind you, that is possible. Every time if you are studying, you should always have, apart from sources, you should have always one thing in your hand, and that is previous year question. So see here, our timetable starts on 18th, today, Monday. If you see it, I have clubbed different small chapters together, but whatever 8 important chapters are there of agriculture and rural development, I have kept a single day for it. If you are not able to complete that chapter within 1.5 hours, you can again repeat, after 15 minutes break, you can again repeat the cycle. This is what the sign of infinity means. Okay. So if you want 6 hours, take 6 hours for animal husbandry. If you want 4 hours, take 4 hours for fishery. It doesn't really matter. You can increase your cycles. It is a flexible timetable. Just take breaks in between. Okay. Now it's very simple. Look at the chapters. First is the chunk of total agronomy. Okay. Agronomy, its classification, everything related to agronomy. Second day, we are going to do everything related to field crops. It may be the name of crop, it may be the scientific name, it may be the climatic condition, it may be the diseases, it may be the nutrients which are applied, it may be any aspect related to field crop. Why? Compulsory question comes in your exam. Then comes your farming system, cropping pattern, agroclimatic zone. All these are clubbed together because these are the chapters from which you can expect 1 or 2 questions. Again, clubbed one day. If that chapter is being not finished in that particular cycle, repeat the cycle again after 15 minutes of break. Then ARD static, seed sciences, seed production, agrometeorology, etc. This is clubbed as one. Soil science, important chapter, that's why only 1 chapter is for a day. Horticulture and plantation, 1 chapter per day. Animal husbandry, important chapter per day. Okay. Now some people may club animal husbandry with other chapter, and this is where you will lose your time also, and this is one of the worst method of studying agriculture and rural development. Why? Simple. There are only 8 important chapters in ARD. If I want to actually break this subject apart, I'll break it down. Agronomy is an important chapter. Farming systems and cropping systems is an important chapter. Okay. Soil sciences is an important chapter. Horticulture is an important chapter. Forestry is an important chapter. Animal husbandry, fisheries is important chapter. Recent development in agriculture is an important chapter. Okay. That's it. And then water resources and farm and agri engineering. That's it. This must only 8 to 9 important chapters are there. So every chapter, please give dedicatedly at least 1 to 2 cycles for those chapters because they deserve it. Okay. If whatever these 8 to 9 chapters are there, I can bet it on you, almost 12 questions come from this only 8 to 12 chapters. And 12 I am talking about minimum. Okay, here we will finish our ARD. Okay, so let's go down. So if you see in the first cycle, here we finish our ARD. Okay, so here ARD static we finish, and then we start ESI static. And see here, ESI static within 4 to 5 days we can finish it. Why we can finish it? Simple. ESI static in 1 or 2 cycles you can complete all the introductory part, your basics, etc., etc. Then tax, finance, debt, balance of payments, you can cover it within 1 to 2 cycles or maybe in a day. Then poverty, unemployment, population, demography. Now this becomes very, very important. Why? Economic and social issues is the subject, right? That's why here you have to give some 1 or 2 cycles. At the same time, you don't need to do schemes here. Here evening cycle has been given to the schemes. Then ARD current affairs, here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, again 3 months have been 2 months. So in total 6 months of ARD current affairs you are doing. Then even if you go down, then comes your all revision and your full mocks. Okay, so this was about your first cycle. Then after your first cycle, maybe you did this cycle if you are having 1 or maybe 2 cycles. Your second cycle in morning only. So for example, suppose I wake up at 7 o'clock. From 7 to 8:30, I did my first cycle in which I studied whatever here static is mentioned. But my syllabus is not completed. That's why after 8:30, I took a break of half an hour. And from 9 to 10:30, I took a second cycle here only related to ARD static. Okay, that's fine. After 10:30, what you did? You took a break again, and from 11 to 12:30 or 11 to 1 o'clock, you did your quant. Okay, because this is a qualifying section. So always remember, in morning first phase you are going to do ARD static and ESI static, and in the second phase you are going to do qualifying section. Now when evening will come, as afternoon you will be taking break, you can start your study maybe at 3 o'clock, 2:30, 4:30, whatever your timing is. But more importantly, you will be doing it by taking out the chunks of the time according to Pomodoro technique. That's only the simple thing. I'm not stressing on time, this only time you have to study, but I'm stressing on the total intensity and direction in which we are going. Always remember that. Okay, so let us keep the timetable flexible. Then evening first chunk. So suppose I wake up at 3 o'clock. Okay, I took some rest, I had my lunch, I took some rest, I woke up at 3 o'clock. The first thing important in context of ESI current is PIB and government news. So here I have given 2 months ESI and current affairs, ESI as well as government schemes, current affairs in context of PIB and government schemes from almost from almost April to September. Okay, so 6 to 7 months here, PIB as well as government schemes will be completed here in your evening first cycle. Now some students will say, sir, we cannot complete this government schemes as well as PIB news within 1.5 hours. Don't worry, take a second cycle. Okay, so for example, 3 o'clock you woke up, till 4:30 complete your PIB April news. Okay, as well as PIB April news. Okay, still PIB April news has been not completed. Okay, that's fine, no worries. Take second cycle and try to complete that PIB April news. Okay, so maybe at 5 to 6:30 you try to do PIB April news. Once that is done, then move to the last phase of your evening, okay, or the day. Then comes your GA. For GA, definitely you will give again 1 cycle, that is 1.5 hours after a break. Okay, you will start GA of April, and thus if GA finishes within 1.5 hours, I won't recommend you take second cycle for general awareness. Why? Because merit section is only of 20 marks. Okay, so cover it definitely, but do not stress here more. Rather than stressing on GA, you should stress on PIB and government schemes. Okay, now if you see overall the timetable, here everything has been mentioned. 6 months of PIB has been covered here, 6 months of government schemes have been covered here, 2 dedicated session for revision, 2 dedicated session for reports, indices. Okay, then 2 dedicated sessions for ARD revision static, ARD reports, 3 dedicated session for ARD current affairs. In this way, even for revision of GA also the schedule has been given. This schedule file I will definitely share it in the comment section. Okay, in the comment section, as well as link would be provided to you. So here you could see that overall this study timetable, as I told you, this is so flexible, and at the same time you are completing almost 8 to 10 hours per day ARD preparation. Okay, so now let me come to one of the important things. Whenever you will cover this timetable, always remember whatever topics now I am going to show you, only that you would be stressing at. So let's start. Self-study plan for 30 days using Pomodoro technique, where morning and evening is scheduled in your cycles. Okay, the whole timetable as I showed you, right? You would have got at least some idea, right? You can make even your own, and if you like mine timetable, definitely I am going to share it with you. Okay, move next. So first topic of reasoning is, see, reasoning, this much only important topics are there. Cover these topics only. Don't go anywhere else. It's a qualifying paper. You have to bring only more than 6 marks. Okay, so simple. If you are solving reasoning even in your mock test, and if you are making confidently 7 to 8 questions correct, move to the next section. Okay, so here these, go back please. So here if you see all the topics: puzzle, sitting arrangement, order and ranking, syllogism, coding, decoding, blood relation, direction, data sufficiency, and inequality. That's it. You have to do this much topics only. Trust me, these are only important. Don't run here and there. Okay, let's move forward. English also, here all the topics are written, but I'll tell you one of the important ones. Reading comprehension is important. Okay, parajumbles very important. Close test is very important. Error detection very important. Replace the underlined word and phrases very important. Sentence reframe and contextual use very, very important. And then comes fill in the blanks, which is very, very important. That's it. I don't need, I think more than that you shouldn't be concentrating on English. Again, for English also, in the morning second phase, okay, second cycle, here we are providing, we have given in the our 30-day self-study, whatever the schedule was there, in that English also we have given a specific time for it. So you don't need to worry about it. Just download that from the link and then you can get that schedule. Let's move forward. Then comes computer awareness. Again, computer awareness has been also given allocated time. The whole second phase in the morning is your qualifying section. So you don't need to worry about it. Topic C, basics of computers, hardware and memory, software, operating systems, full form terms related to computer, very important, questions come from here. History of computer and generations, important. Database management system, internet and computer security, very important. MS Office, very, very important. Only cover these topics only, don't cover more than that topic. Okay, so here let's move to the next topic. Then comes quant. In context of NABARD, quant is equilaterally distributed. Okay, there is an equal distribution in context of quant. Please do not trust only AGs or only one type of topic, data interpretation. It's not like RBI. You could see here from every topic 1, 2 questions have come up in the exam. Okay, so do it properly. So what I would recommend is that give specific time for each topic and do it properly. Okay, a good schedule has been given to you. Almost as much as these topics are there, 8 to 9 days quant I have given in the schedule. So definitely in 8 to 9 days we can cover all these topics. Okay, let's move forward. Decision making, here's where students are confused. People are more worried about agriculture and rural development, decision making, and always blaming these subjects. Last year even computer awareness was difficult. Last year even ESI, current government schemes, and PIB was difficult. Okay, so do not assume, do not anticipate things. Okay, just whatever stats and facts are there, go after that and study. Okay, so look at the topics. Methods of decision making, biases, heuristics, traps, ये भी एक topic है. Decision making models and theory, types of decision making processes, decision making leadership style, and forecasting. So few topics are there, so all are important. Let's move forward. Then comes general awareness. In general awareness, as you all know, look at this topic very carefully. So whenever according to my 30 whatever self schedule we have given, self study schedule we have given, only these topics you will be fetching out. You should not read any other excessive current affairs news. Okay, whatever your source is for your current affairs, it doesn't really matter. Ample sources are there on YouTube, on internet, on everywhere. Okay, even if you are a student who has taken a course, don't worry, whatever course you have taken, now is not the time to show the distrust. Okay, rather trust the source. and whatever these topics are there, I am telling it you can totally rely on this. Census, then sports, books and authors, government scheme, banking, economy, finance, current affairs, company related news, international current affairs related news, important days, state related current affairs, ARD related current affairs, ranking, reports, indices, defense news, awards, static GK, treaties and conventions, people who are in news, obituaries. So all these are the topics from the general awareness. You may be also knowing that general awareness or general knowledge. Please cover this. Okay, let's move next. Then comes ESI. In context of ESI, do not give your more time to ESI static. You will actually regret it later. Rather than that, give your more time to PIB. Rather than that, give your more time to government schemes. Whatever these topics are, in and out, all these topics are already covered in PIB current and your government schemes. So what I'll tell is that for ESI blindly, at least for phase 1, if you want to clear, go after PIB and go after government schemes. We'll definitely clear it. Okay, let's move forward. Then comes ARD. In context of ARD, I'll tell you the opposite. As I told you, 8 to 9 important chapters. Go after ARD static. Okay, whatever ARD current is there, I'm telling you, if you are rigorously reading 6-month ARD current affairs, you will solve 2 to 3 questions out of those current affairs questions, because those will come easy. But ARD static always comes difficult. Tomorrow if they ask you gestation period of any particular animal, and then after your exam, if you come out of the exam hall and if you cry that how much statistical or how much data oriented questions came in the exam, then it's your fault, it's not the NABARD's fault. NABARD has already told and even showed you through the previous year questions that ARD static is important. Please study ARD static and come. If you are not studying ARD in depth, you will definitely suffer in this exam. Okay, then all the topics, as I told you, all the 8 chapters already I have told you. Let's move forward. Now comes the time allocation. Now there are some students who feel that I want to study only for 4 hours. There are some students who are saying I want to study for 6 hours. And there are some students who are saying that I want to study for 8 hours. So time allocation, I will tell you. First are the students who are working. Okay, so for the people who are having a profession, who are working, okay, so all these students, I am considering you will get only 4 to 5 hours in a day. Let's be real, right? So first thing is you are having 4 hours to 5 hours. Then how to give this dedicated time? Simple. 1 hour give it for ARD static. Okay, along with ARD static, do ARD current also. Okay, 1 hour give it for government scheme, PIB as well as general awareness. That means total ESI current. Okay, half hour give for your qualifying section. Okay, so each day you can choose different qualifying sections. Okay, so for example, today you did quant, tomorrow go for reasoning, day after tomorrow go for decision making, or maybe you can even club it together. 7 days you are doing quant, you are finishing it up, then next day next 7 days you are going for reasoning. Anything you can do. Okay, but 4 hours, this is the allocation time. 4 hours ARD, then ESI current, qualifying sections like quant, reasoning, decision making, computer awareness, English, and half an hour for subject specific mocks. Now you are having very limited time. So therefore, as you are having limited time, first you cover the syllabus, complete the syllabus, revise the syllabus, and then you give the mocks. Rather than that, and mocks in last 5 days, you can give 5 mocks. For working aspirant, even 5 mocks are more than enough. But in between half an hour, always give subject specific mocks. For example, in half an hour you solved maybe even previous year questions. If you solved only for half an hour, if you solve 30 questions, that is also more than enough. Okay, always you shouldn't go after the flow what other competition is doing. If you don't have time, you don't need to do mocks. Okay, but you can definitely do subject specific mocks. You cannot solve 80 questions because you don't have time, but at least you can solve 30. That's my logic. Okay, then comes time 6 hours. Now if you are having 6 hours with you, then I am considering that you are having 2 hours extra. So those 2 hours will definitely directly go for your mocks. Okay, so everything is same. ARD, ESI current affairs, reports, indices and survey of both ESI, ministries as well as agriculture, they are clubbed together. Mocks for 2 hours, half hour again for qualifying section. If you are weak, give 1 hour, and half hour for subject specific mocks, or maybe general mocks also you can give, or maybe this half hour you can use it for your weaker qualifying section. Overall qualifying section you can give it for 1 hour. Let's move forward. Now suppose there is a student who is dedicatedly working only for NABARD, only studying for NABARD, okay? Then I'll consider that 8 hours is the time allocation for you. 2 hours I have given for mock, 1 hour for qualifying section, 1 hour for ARD current and ESI static, which is having lesser proportion in the respective subjects. For example, ARD current, how much question comes? 5 to 10. ESI static, how much question comes? 5 to 10. So this you can give it 1 hour or even half hour. Half hour you can also put it for revision. If you are having extra time, why not to use it properly? And half hour you can give it for subject specific mocks again, or maybe in general mocks. Okay. So this is your 4 hours, 6 hours and 8 hours time schedule. Let's move forward. Then comes what are the important topics as well as sources in context of ARD. Apart from ARD static, now I am telling you about ARD current. I am telling you something which no other faculty will tell you. Okay. So government schemes, only government schemes of Ministry of Agriculture and Ministry of Rural Development are more than enough. Okay. If you are going out of these both schemes, already you are again doing those schemes in PIB, right? Again those schemes in government schemes section. So I don't think you should be dedicating here again more time for government schemes of agricultural specifically. Rather than that, you concentrate on ARD reports. So annual report, NABARD report, microfinance report, 20th livestock report, agricultural census, handloom census, such all reports are there, concentrate here. Second thing, those people who have not joined to any course, okay, various agricultural e-courses are there. So ICAR's free e-learning course is there. You can go there, you can just write the topic, and then in front of that write ICAR e-sources. It will automatically open and you will get whatever content which has been provided there free of cost. Okay. Next free of cost is the mother of all the websites for NABARD exam, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, TNAU. Absolutely free website, one of the most organized website. If you read this website dedicatedly for all the 8 important chapters, horticulture, forestry, fisheries, animal husbandry, cropping pattern, cropping systems, agronomy, mind you, you will definitely clear ARD. You don't need to worry about, you don't need to even look at one of anybody's lecture. You don't need to look. It's so organized that it's one of the best sources right now. Then comes, if extra information is required, Wikispedia, though it is not well organized. And then comes Krishi Jagran for your ARD current affairs. Okay. These were the all free sources. You don't need to even register on these sources. Let's move forward now. Then comes last, that is ESI current. When I talk about ESI current for phase 1 ESI static, whatever free sources are there, even Runal sir's playlist is also there of Indian economy. You can even watch that for some important concepts which already are given in your schedule. You can take out those pieces of ESI static. ESI static doesn't comes that much in the exam, and if it comes, normal inflation, then all the conceptual macroeconomic whatever concepts and topics are there, you will definitely solve those questions. I don't have any doubt in that. Then, but ESI current is always difficult. The only source is PIB. Okay, government schemes, if you see all the ministries, whatever are there, please just go and just actually go and drink everything, whatever is there on that ministry's website, as well as overall in last 6 to 8 months, whatever government schemes are there, just eat them up. There is no solution to it. Okay, you have to, whatever here list I have given, go through all the schemes as well as websites of all these ministries. Then let's go to the reports. When I talk about reports, again from Economic Survey, Budget, Financial Stability Report, Finance Commission, Public, the Labor Force Survey, Periodic Labor Force Survey, National Family Health Survey, such type of surveys as well as reports are there. Cover them again. Okay, it will be very, very helpful for you. On internet, all these sources are covered free of cost. Just go on YouTube. For each survey, you will get multiple sources. Okay, so your sources are freely available, but here the content is too much. Okay, but you can, it is very, very assured that because for government schemes, only certain facts are asked in NABARD. For example, establishment year, what is the corpus, what are the features, okay, what is the fund. So just go through the previous year questions to understand the way in which ESI current questions are asked. That is more than enough. Let's move forward. So this is it. Now let's go to the free sources. I'll show you some free sources in context of ARD. When I talk about free sources, see here, first free source which I told you is, see here, ICAR's free source, e-course. So you have to do nothing, you have to type ICAR e-course, in front of that write fisheries, done. And then you can go in that and you can search. The next source which you see, this is our Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, TNAU. Look at this, you have to go on Google, you have to type TNAU animal husbandry. See all the sections of animal husbandry. Livestock, that is all the cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat, pig, rabbit. Poultry, whole section. Overall integrated farming section. Apart from that, whatever post-harvest technology in context of animal husbandry and livestock. All these have been well organized. The content is also of supreme quality. Definitely you can use this website to cover your ARD static. Don't need to go anywhere. And then comes ARD current through Krishi Jagran exam. Okay? Krishi Jagran website. So here Krishi Jagran, you have to go on agricultural world. You have to go on agricultural world. If you go on agricultural world, all the current affair comes here according to days. Okay, according to days it comes. So this was all about our 30-day self-study program or self-study planner, self-study schedule. I'll open it again. Excel sheet. I'll open the Excel sheet again, just a minute. So see here, this is your overall self-study planner according to Pomodoro technique. Okay. So everything, this link of this, whatever schedule is there, I'll be giving it to you. Okay. Use this planner very, very carefully. Every third day, in this qualifying section, I have kept it a mock test. Okay. So if you see, if you go up, this first cycle was for ARD static. Okay. This second cycle was for your qualifying section. First quant is there, then reasoning is there, then English is there, then computer awareness is there, then decision making is there. But every third day I have kept mock. Do you know why? Because we have 30 days. If every third day you are giving mock, so after 30 days you will be giving 10 mocks, which is a very good number to go before your final D-Day. Okay. This evening cycle first was ESI current, and the late cycle, that is second cycle, was your general awareness. Again I'll repeat, you don't need to only do 2 cycles in morning, you can even do it 3 or even 4. Okay. Adjust whatever quantification of topics are there. If you are not able to complete these topics, you can add one more cycle. Okay. Just my intention is that your one sitting, your one cycle should be not more than 2 hours. Why? Because here through this self-study planner, we are trying to study more than 10 hours per day. Okay. So I hope this timetable helped. Thank you very much. See you next time.